Hey everybody, my name's Neil. Thanks for joining me today. We are looking at NHL shoulder patch concepts. Now listen, every single Friday we do the jersey concepts on this channel, and I love it. Okay, it's one of my favorite things I've ever done on YouTube. But it is kind of nice to see something else other than jerseys. And coming from a graphic design background, obviously I don't create a lot of jerseys, but I do create logos, and I've done it in the past and stuff. And basically a shoulder patch is, it's a logo, it is what it is. So I'm very excited to see these. These are by Julian. I've got them up on my screen now, or not the patches, but I've got the files up on my screen. We're going to open them one at a time. I am going to react to them. Haven't seen these before. You are going to react to them. We're going to see these together for the first time. Every single team in the NHL has a patch here, so let's get going. Julian, thanks for sending these in. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's bring it up. This is in alphabetical order, I believe, as well. So that means Anaheim is first. Here we go. Oh, it's got the K. I need to zoom in here on my screen a little bit. It has like the physical texture of a jersey, or of of the stitching on the patch. That's awesome. What an incredible additional detail that he's added here. That is great, Julian. Thank you so much for doing that. I love the realism. Now to the logo itself. I see AD, Anaheim Ducks. You got the symmetrical sticks in the background. The colors are what they should be. It is a bit representative of the primary Anaheim Ducks logo, that kind of duck foot. So even though it's not the exact shape, if you kind of just look off to the left or the right and just look at it in your peripheral vision, it kind of does look like that primary logo at the same time. So I think he's done a good job here, kind of integrating the brand into this new shoulder patch. So what a wonderful start. I mean, it's not the best shoulder patch I've ever seen in my life, but a really good start to this, and very complimentary of the brand. Julian, good job. Good start. Okay, next up is Arizona. Ooh, look at the actual texture, the Kachina texture within the purple on the bottom. So in just the purple section, I see that pattern, but then above that, you can see not the outline. Have you ever seen the Arizona state flag? If you have, then you'll recognize that top half. That is actually on the Arizona state flag. Obviously colorized differently to be within the purple, and then the entire patch itself is the outline of Arizona State. So this is, and it's got the moon in there, or wow, like, so well done. I love this so far. How am I going to choose my favorite here? Boston's next. Oh, this is very strange. Just at a first glance, a first reaction, I see two basketball teams in here. I kind of see the Brooklyn Nets, and I also see the Toronto Raptors, because the Raptors have that logo with like the Raptors slash through it. I can kind of see that represented in here. But then the Brooklyn Nets has that kind of circular logo a little bit. Obviously, we're not talking basketball here. We're talking hockey. And Boston uses a round logo, and they have a bear, which claws through stuff. So I know my mind goes to weird places, I guess, with these logos and stuff, but not bad. It's definitely not the best Boston Bruins shoulder patch that I've seen, but I do really like this a lot. These are absolutely excellent. The fit and finish, the execution on these is phenomenal. Well done, Julian. Next, Buffalo. That's awesome. You got the city of Buffalo in there, the skyline. You got some flag being represented on there from Buffalo City flag. Shape of the buffalo. Think about their jerseys and how well that patch would look on them. Like, man, these are some of the best designs I've ever seen. Next up, Carolina. Julian, you're knocking these out of the park. You got the warning flags on there, or flag, I guess, the hockey stick, which they use. And you got some, dashes in the background to kind of represent the hurricane wind. But then you've got the North Carolina state flag on there as well, which they use in the alternate jersey, just kind of blacked out on the shoulder, which is, so it's like, you can't say it's not part of their brand, it's not part of their team. Why is that on there? That looks silly. They've used it before, just colorized differently. So this is amazing. Next up, the cannon. Okay, Ohio State outline. Ohio State flag being represented. You've got the cannon in there. My only criticism here is it is a bit busy. I like the overall shape. That would look great on a shoulder, but it is a bit busy. There's a lot of different shapes going on. There are symmetrical lines, diagonal lines. There are circles in the flag section on the top left, but then the wheel of the cannon as well. But then you've got like angular points, and so I would say there's There's just a lot going on. I think it would look fine as a shoulder patch, but compared to the other ones, this is quite busy. Next up, Calgary. You got the hat in there and the Canadian maple leaf. It almost looks like a beer cap in the middle. I don't know if... I'm trying to think what jersey this would go on, because I don't know if it would be great on their home and away currently, because they use that retro style. And while I do get retro vibes from this, I think I maybe would rather see this on Blasty instead of that actual Calgary logo. Yeah, not bad though. Moving on. Okay, Chicago. Oh, a different take. A little bit of a different take. I'm not sure about the middle section. It reminds me of the Colorado C that we see, the Pac-Man logo, which I do like. But I think it does work here as well, but maybe a little bit too close to that Colorado logo. But again, wonderful job. Colton, there's Colorado. Hey, look, there it is. Okay, I did not do that on purpose, I swear. I've not seen this before. Mountains in the background. You got the, that shape from the actual Colorado Avalanche logo. That's, the Avalanche coming down that ends up having a puck on the front. Puck's not here for this one, but still that general shape is here, so it's, it fits in with the brand. Fantastic. This is great. I mean, this is great. I think this is an upgrade to the Pac-Man logo, because it's not just the Pac-Man. People hate that. You got other stuff going on, so I think they can accept it. Next up, Dallas, the Mooterus. Oh man, this is amazing. I really like this a lot. I love the dimension here, because you've got that shield shape in the background, which says Dallas on black. It looks so good, and the star above. But then the shield kind of comes down behind that bowl, and then the horns come down and almost like loop in behind the shield. So it almost like the shield like fits like right in there. And I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but that's just kind of what my mind perceives here. This is great. I really like this one a lot. Next is Detroit. Whoa. That's hard to see red on red. I might have used a white background here for this one, but I mean, it's a fine logo. I just find it very hard to see visually, and kind of I guess if you're putting this on the shoulders, it would be on their away jersey, which has red shoulders, or their home jersey, which has red shoulders. So I mean, this is exactly how it would be. Maybe this would work, because Detroit's known for not having shoulder patches basically ever in their entire history as an NHL team. So if you're gonna put a patch on there, maybe you want it to be kind of subtle and invisible. So maybe Julian's onto something here. Maybe the genius is having it so it's barely visible, but still there at the same time. Good move, Julian. Good move. Next up, Edmonton. I have to say that I don't like this. Immediately don't like it. I think it's that, that E that's off to the left. Everything else is so symmetrical, and the rest of the logo, the oil drop, the derricks off to the right, the hanging piece on both sides comes down exactly the same length. It's all symmetrical, except for the E. Because of that, I would either remove it or just, I don't know. I don't know what I would do, honestly, but I don't really like that E there. I know it's, they've used it and stuff, but this is probably one of my least favorites so far. Next up, Florida Panthers. That's perfect. Florida already has one of the best shoulder patches in the NHL, which technically isn't a shoulder patch. It's on the arm right here, and the numbers are on the shoulder. But this is also amazing. This is also amazing. I really, really like this. Good job, Julian. The LA Kings. See, this is a tough one, because trying to think about their future brand and if they go with the reverse retro kind of style in the upcoming years. But thinking about right now, what they're wearing right now, this would be a nice shoulder patch. It's not too flashy. It matches great with the jersey. The gray, I think, is okay. I'm glad that he put gray instead of white, but then made the outline in white. I think that was the right choice. Yeah, again, not my favorite, but still nice, obviously. Minnesota, State of Hockey. There you go. So I think this is, I don't know if State of Hockey needs to be on there. It's obviously applicable, because that's what they're known for, But it's perfect otherwise. It really is. Good job. Montreal's next. So they've used the globe in the past. Not like that, but similar. It's got Habs on there. It's got the fleur-de-lis along the bottom. I think this would look okay. It is a bit difficult to try and picture a Montreal Canadiens jersey with the shoulder patch, considering they don't really use one maybe ever in their history. Only a few times I can think of, and on specialty jerseys mostly. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think I just have a difficult time picturing a shoulder patch on them just in general, regardless of what any designer made. I probably wouldn't love it. That's kind of how it comes down to. Maybe with Detroit. Same thing as Montreal and Detroit. Okay, next up, the Devils. What is going on here? Ooh, that you know what I don't know why I see this, but I guess I don't even know if I can say. I don't even know if I can say what I see. I gotta say what I see. I see legs like off to the side and like heels along the bottom with like I see a girl sitting on a chair, legs spread, and then her like knees are the top bendy part, and then the bottom are 2 feet with heels or just shoes, and then on her tippy toes like that. That's that's kind of what I see. That is a very disturbing visual, but that's the first thing I saw. I think it's because of the angle of the knees kind of coming down, but and then the bottom. They just look like feet, and my mind just kind of like built the rest up from the feet. The middle part, that could be. I don't even want to talk about that part, but yeah, and not too bad. But it just makes me see other things, so probably don't like this one. Okay, next up, the Nashville Predators. Not bad. You get the guitar pick shape, which we're used to with Nashville. The stars in there. You get the strings, and you also have like that, the open section of a guitar. So this makes sense. I think I think this is great. I don't know if I like it more than the current one, but it's good. Next up, the Islanders. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God, this is amazing. Heck yeah. That's freaking amazing. Look at that rope texture around the entire thing. You've got the bridge in there. You've got the rope. You've got the aisles. You've got some fisherman action in there, a little bit with the waves. Not too much to upset all the fisherman haters, but just enough to kind of add some symbolism in there. That is fantastic. That is one of the best shoulder patches I've ever seen in any sport. That's my favorite so far. That is awesome. Moving on. The Rangers. Again, I mean, original 6 teams, so I don't necessarily picture a lot of shoulder patches on Rangers jerseys, but this one's very subtle, kind of like the New Jersey Devils one, or the Detroit Red Wings one. Not too much going on. The NY and the R is very simple, just regular text, and then a bit of the torch that's in there. I think that's okay. If there was going to be a shoulder patch on a Rangers jersey, something like this would be totally fine, I think. Next up is Ottawa. Not too bad. I love the Canadian flag that's on there. That is great. I love how Calgary had that on their jersey, their previous jersey rather, not the current ones. But that's nice. Yeah. Ottawa Sens. I don't know if I like Ottawa Sens. Either I think it should just say Sens or it should say Senators or Ottawa Senators. I don't necessarily like Ottawa Sens down at the bottom. That just sounds weird. Yeah, not my favorite. Like the Canadian flag. Okay, next, Philadelphia. Ooh, he's also like represented the actual like shoulder shape striping action going on, which is that's an additional step that he's going to make these look realistic. So round of applause to Julian for taking the extra step and just making these as literally as real as possible. So great job, Julian, just on that standpoint. Like the presentation is phenomenal. Probably one of the best, if not the best presentations I've ever seen on this channel, just as far as layout and going the full mile. Well done. As far as the shoulder patch itself, I think this is great. This is not my favorite that I've ever seen, but I love the fact that the years in there, their inauguration, I can't even say that word, inauguration year, and the Liberty Bell's on there. You got the crack in there. The little bit of the hanging bell at the bottom is part of the actual logo. That middle piece, that circular piece. So yeah, this is a great shoulder patch. Next up, Pittsburgh. Again, a nice shoulder patch. Okay. Look at the little design choices in here. He's not using a circle to separate Pittsburgh and Penguins. He's using a nut. Pittsburgh's known as a Steel City. And then look at the texture on the top of the back above the Penguin. That's like metal grating. Little decisions like that is what makes designers stand out from other designers. You can put a color in there. If he just made that gray, it'd still look good. But he went the extra mile. He had the foresight to think, okay, well, what's going to make this different? What's going to be representative of this team, of this city? Steel pattern, steel great pattern. Put it in there. Looks amazing. I love that extra mile that Julian's going to here. Fantastic shoulder patch. The Seattle Kraken. Oh my, unbelievable. You get the top of the water or the ocean or whatever, and the deep eyes in the depths below, and then the city above with the highlighted Space Needle there, just a little bit more saturated in color, different color, standing right out in the middle. and then the shape around this, like, that is so good. I like the Islanders more, but this is excellent. Next up, Sharks. Oh, I don't know about the shark mouth, but I love the background. The background is amazing. They've used that texture in their stealth jersey on the arm striping pattern. Some skyline in the background there. Still a nice shield shape in the background as well. Oh man, this is great. I don't know if I like the actual mouth. I think I'd like to have the blackness of the shark's mouth kind of move down, so the teeth and the gums, so the gums don't look white, but still see the teeth. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure if you know what I mean, but I think there's too much white in the shark. Other than that, like, this is phenomenal. Next up, the Blues. Very simple logo. That would be really cool to see stitched on there, actually, because you have elements that actually come out from the primary shape and just like those lines that would come out. So that'd be cool to like physically just kind of feel on a jersey. So interesting take on this, and thinking about the alternate that is based on the Winter Classic, then think about their new Winter Classic, something as like traditional and old school like this. Kind of, I know that it's not on their jerseys, obviously, but something like that on those jerseys would be pretty cool. So I like this one too. Next up is Tampa. Wow, nailed it. I love it. You've got that texture in there in the background that they use from their alternate black gradient jersey. So that's great that that's in there. They've used that in the past. The shape of Florida, obviously, the lightning, fantastic. It looks slightly like the Ghostbusters logo, just a little bit, but yeah, not bad. Really good, actually. Next up, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Ooh, the switch of color between the top of the CN Tower into the primary element of the Maple Leaf, changing to blue all the way down to make the top of the A for Leafs. Toronto does use, I guess, it's the reverse retro, isn't it, that they use that kind of Maple Leaf shape on their shoulders already. So I think this would work. It's definitely not my favorite so far, but really good design. Next, Vancouver. Oh, you got that classic V in there, recolorized Vancouver, looking ridiculous. 1970 in there, similar to the shoulder patch that they use now, I guess, with the general shape, just missing the hockey stick in the middle, and adding that little, like, I don't know anything about sewing or whatever stitching, that little edging going around in the middle there. That's really cool. I like that. All right, moving on to Vegas. The gold flake is in the shoulder patch. I love it. And then you got the suits, the card suits all the way around the shield with a V at the bottom for Vegas, keeping in those, those crossed swords in the background, which they already kind of use. This is really, really good. I would say that I like their current one more, though. Like, I think they have probably one of the best shoulder patches or alternate logos in the entire NHL's history, not just current teams. But this is very good. I like this one a lot. Next up, Winnipeg. Everything's represented in here. Everything. You got the chevron shape. You've got the jet. You've got hockey sticks in there. I can even see a little puck at the bottom of the jet. Canadian flag, colors. This is great. Like, this is so good. Any one of these could be my favorite. Like, that's how good these are. Next up, which I think is the last one, actually, is Washington. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. It is so good. I love this. Capitals just simply in there, stars, nice flag represented in the background, and not just flat, like, it actually has a bit of angle and movement to it. Oh, it's so good. Like, really, it is amazing. I have to choose the Islanders. I'm not even going to pause. I don't even have to pause. I need to go back to the Islanders. The Islanders are my favorite. It literally has everything, and it's completely different than something that I feel like they've used in the past. If they've used something like this in the past, I've never seen it. So, amazing job, Julian. So many of these are incredible. Like, I do so many of these videos, and I read all of the comments, and a lot of people in the comments put their favorites, and I'm not just talking about logos or shoulder patches or whatever, jerseys. I can go down through the list of the comments, and I can easily pick out, the favorites, and it's usually the same jersey, or the same couple of jerseys or logo or whatever. How the hell is there going to be a majority here? Like, there's so many amazing logos in this. If you've got the time, please go down to the comment section and let me know your favorite patch that you've seen in this video, or favorite logo, whatever. List your reasons why. I'm very curious to see the comments, to see what people like the most, see if anyone likes the same one that I did or a completely different one. And I wouldn't be surprised if literally everyone kind of had like a different list or ranking or whatever. These would be really interesting to go back through and rank. I don't really like rehashing content or designs that I've already done, that I've already shown on the channel. But I think it would be interesting to rank these, and if that interests you guys, let me know, and I can do that. I can definitely do that. So Julian, thanks so much for sending these in. Your execution is phenomenal, top notch, probably the best that I've ever seen. So I don't know if you do this professionally, but you should if you don't, because this is awesome. This is definitely your calling in life. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you. Please hit the subscribe button down below to see more videos exactly like this, and maybe to see me rank these, and also to see jersey concept videos every single Friday on the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you very soon. Adios.